Blockbuster trade happened in the NFL as the Panthers trade up to number 1. I gotta tell you, I think the Bears totally killed this thing with this trade. But the question we've got to ask ourselves is this: how's it going to affect the Eagles? Because I think the Eagles are sitting pretty. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everyone's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you hanging in there. What a blockbuster trade that went down just a little while ago in the NFL as the Carolina Panthers trade up to number 1 to get the first pick in the draft, giving up mega picks to the Chicago Bears. I think Frank Reich learned and remembers what the Eagles did when we traded and got Carson Wentz, and he's doing the same thing here. But the real question, the question for us, how does this affect the Eagles? Because I think the Eagles are sitting in a really, really good position to get a good player. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the most censored, most throttled pause Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you so much for all your support. It truly means a lot to the white Mike Tyson. It's ludicrous. But if you've been with me that long, also, double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure everything's still running smooth on YouTube. Okay, so huge draft shakeup, right? Earlier today, wasn't too long ago, but by the time I get this video out, it's going to have been a while because I'm stuck working. But major draft shakeup. Ian Rappaport reported, sources say the Bears are trading the number 1 pick overall to the Panthers in exchange for big-time compensation, including multiple first rounds. Chicago loads up and lands at number 9, while Carolina can draft its quarterback of the future. And what he just tweeted there wasn't even the half of it. I mean, look at what the Bears got back for this trade. This is a hell of a trade. Panthers get the 2023 number 1 overall pick. The Bears receive the 2023 number 9 overall pick, the 2023 second round pick, a 2024 first round pick, a 2025 second round pick, and then this to me is the gravy. Wide receiver DJ Moore. They got wide receiver DJ Moore. DJ Moore's good. Now Justin Fields is going to have himself some decent weapons, right? He's got some weapons now. And with DJ Moore going there, because I like Claypool a lot. And I think Claypool, in another year in Chicago, I think he'll be fine. DJ Moore is an outstanding wide receiver. So now the question is where do the Bears go with that number 1 overall pick? Or the not number 1 overall, but the first round pick, number 9 overall, which is literally 1 pick ahead of you-know-who, the greatest franchise in the history of sports. The Bears could definitely be going defense. I think they're going to go defense, and it's going to be really, really interesting because I wonder if the whole situation with Jalen Carter and the way that he's probably going to drop is the Bears basically saying, let's get back to 9, and he should be there, and we'll take him there anyways. Can you imagine if the Bears get Jalen Carter at number 9 after there were a lot of talks that they were going to take him at 1 overall if they didn't trade the pick? I mean, it would be a genius move. I think the Bears absolutely killed this move. This is a great move by the Bears. With Justin Fields going into his 3rd year, I expect a big jump from him. I do. And I think with weapons around him, Chicago's a team to watch out for. You know, they could be an upstart surprise team. And you know, as far as the Carolina Panthers are concerned, I think Frank Reich is looking at what the Eagles script was when they traded for Carson Wentz and what they did to get Carson Wentz. He knows he needs his quarterback. So he's going to go up to number 1 and get it. And he ain't playing around. The question is is who the Panthers going to take at number one. That's yet to be seen. We've already have reports that if there are multiple quarterbacks that they like or kind of similar, they're willing to even go back a couple of spots and then get them later. So the Carolina Panthers, they're going for their quarterback of the future. I will never, ever, ever, ever knock a team for trying to move up and get their franchise quarterback. I won't do it because I understand how important that is. At the same time, when you have your franchise guy, or you believe you do, and you're at one, get the hell out of there and get as many picks as possible. The Chicago Bears, smart move. They're going to be a team to watch out for next year. I think they could be an upstart team. They're going to be busy in free agency, and something to watch out for. You know, I'm sure they would love to have Justin Fields repeat Jalen Hurts' third year in the NFL. So we're going to find out. And if you look at this updated NFL draft order right now, you got Panthers 1, Texans 2, Cardinals 3, Colts 4, Seahawks 5, Lions 6, Raiders 7, Falcons 8, Bears 9, and then the Eagles at 10. The thing here, and the most important thing when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, is this. You've got at least 4 or 5 teams that can use quarterbacks. I think that it's very likely, there's a very real possibility that you're going to see quarterbacks go, at least 4 quarterbacks go in the top 10. Now, you get 4 quarterbacks go in the top 10, that means every other player at every other position, those top guys move down. Every time a quarterback goes, that helps the Eagles. Listen, I would love 9 quarterbacks to go in the first round, okay? The more quarterbacks that go in the first top 10 or the first 9 picks, the better. The better for the Philadelphia Eagles. We want multiple quarterbacks to go. I want 4 or 5 quarterbacks to go. Minimum 4. If we get that, I think we are going to land ourselves a really, really, really good player. Who? That we'll figure that out, you know. We'll figure it out. There's going to be some guys. I know a lot of people are looking corner right now because you're looking at James Bradbury going. You're looking at Slay possibly being traded. I have no issue with that. If I had to guess, though, honestly, I would think the Eagles are going to go defensive line. That would be my guess if I had to guess where the Eagles go. But I don't think just because they haven't gone corner since Lito Shepherd, I want to make it clear, that doesn't mean I think they're automatically going to skip corner. If they need a corner and they like a corner, I think they'll go in and they'll get one. I'm telling you, right now, I could see a situation where I said this yesterday, Kalijah Cansey, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like that's the guy to watch out for because I could see the Eagles taking him. But there's a lot of time left. We'll see what the Philadelphia Eagles do. But the important thing is that in the first round, especially with this Panthers trade, we want 4 quarterbacks to go at least in the first round. Drop those talented players back. You know, get them closer to us. If you get a Will Anderson and a Jalen Carter and they're at 6, then the Eagles they're in play if they wanted to trade up and move up and get a guy like that, okay? You're going to have corners you are going to be able to get. The Eagles need to stay true to one thing, in my opinion, okay? And this really is a good philosophy about the first round. Forget just what your position of need is. Stop looking at, okay, well, we need a corner, we need this, we need that. On the first round, your first pick, take the best player available. Take the best player, minus it being a quarterback or a special teams guy, and take the best player available. Okay? Be true to your board. Be true to your draft board. Take the best player available. So, for example, let's say, because this is a pick I think would bother people, but let's say the best player, bar none, at 10 when the Eagles pick, let's say it's an offensive tackle. Let's say it's an offensive tackle, and the Eagles say, this offensive tackle, we have ranked higher than all the other guys on the board right now, a lot higher. Then you need to take him. Because you're going to need a right tackle in a few years. The draft is never really about the following year. The draft is about building for the future. teams get in trouble, especially in the first round. Howie Roseman has talked about this. Howie Roseman has admitted this, that he has made this mistake before, that looking at need in the first round gets you in trouble. Now, it's perfect situation when you have a guy ranked a certain way on a board and he happens to be a position in need. Now, there are going to be players at cornerback, at defensive tackle. Those are going to be positions and needs anyway. So it's a matter of who do you have rated higher. If the corner is your highest rated player on the board when you pick, take him. Take him. You know, I mean, and of course, there are some, you know, there are some exceptions to the rule. But, you know, if you stay true to your board, you take the best player available, I don't think you can go wrong. Okay, and if you look at the way this draft is, it's going to most likely be 3 positions, in my opinion. It's going to be defensive back, defensive line, or it's going to be offensive line. It's going to be one of those things. Take the best player available. I think a guy like Jalen Carter is somebody to watch out for. Kalijah Cansey, every time I close my eyes, I see him in Eagle Green. I don't know why. I'm just saying. He seems like the perfect fit, the perfect combination, okay, for to go along with our boy Jordan Davis. So we'll see how it plays out. You know, look, I like Weatherspoon, I like Gonzalez, I like the corners. I have no problem with any of it. All I want the Eagles to do at 10 is take the best player available. And I would say this, and you know, I don't care what position it is for the most part. Even if it was Bijan Robinson, if he's the best player available, I'm taking him. Okay, I'm taking him because you got to hit on these picks. But we'll see how it turns out. But to me, this trade is actually good news for the Eagles because it means that there's more than not, you're going to see 4 quarterbacks go in the first round at the very least, I think. And that's a good thing. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. So people have been asking me, if the Eagles are to trade Darius Slay, how long do you think it would take? To be honest with you, I think if it's going to happen, and I still don't know that I think it's going to happen, but if it's going to happen, I think it's got to be fairly quickly. Like, I think the Eagles can't wait around. I think it's got to be fairly as soon as possible, hopefully before free agency starts. But I mean, we'll see. I don't know how long this thing is going to go, but this isn't looking... It's just the whole situation is weird. I feel like in some ways we knew something had to be done with Darius Slay. We knew that his contract was a situation. I think the Eagles probably went to him to restructure, and he said, yeah, I'll restructure, but I want an extension. I want more money, and the Eagles aren't about to do that. So I think if it's going to happen, I think it's got to happen quick, hopefully before free agency starts, so we have the money to get C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, who I do not want to lose. Denzel Washington out.